Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having good luck with your gardening and all of your projects. And without further ado, let's get to today's project. All right. So in the last video, I think we went over insulation. And in today's video, we have power. We've got power, we've got breakers. Now, we don't have the lights installed yet, but I did some plug-in lights on the floor just so we could have some light in here. And we did hook a heater up. It does work really good. It warmed up really fast. So all the drywall's done. All the seams are taped and mudded. Ember did a great job with the texturing. Shane and I did all the drywall, and Shane did most of the tape and mudding. So a big thank you to Shane. And then Ember and I have been working on a lot of the other stuff. Like I said, she did the texturing. She did a great job. And then today I cut all the holes for the lights. So we've got 8 fixtures that we're gonna put in here. So it's about every 4 feet. And I pre-wired everything before we hung the drywall, so we already got the wires are all ready to go. So once we get this painted, I can install the lights. These fixtures right here, they're about, I think they're 8 inches, 7.8, yeah, something like that. They're almost 8 inches, not quite. And they're gonna be easy to install. I pre-wired everything so that I can just put these up there with the electrical nuts, since there's, it's daisy chain, so there's going to be 3 wires in each one of those, so we have to use these large nuts. But once these are installed, we get these nice springs that hold them flush to the ceiling, so they're not going to be sticking out anywhere. And you can see the insulation up there. The rock wool is about 3 inches thick. And all of the outlets are functioning. I tested every single one of them. I didn't make any mistakes with that. So we've got one here that's dedicated. It's got its own wire and its own breaker just for that one plug. And that's for air conditioning and heating. And then over here where the desk is going to go, it's got regular AC outlets with these USB chargers. And those are 3.6 amps, so they can charge your cell phone or tablet or whatever pretty easily. There's another one on this side too. And then over here, that's where the area where the couch is going to go. So there's another USB plug with AC right there for convenience, so you don't have to lug around a bunch of stinking USB bricks. And we've got light switches installed here. We do have a light out here in the mudroom. Oh, I didn't turn that on. There we go. So we got this LED light hanging up out here. There's plenty of light too. We can see out here really good. Once all this stuff is cleaned up, this will be the mud room. There'll be a bench over here, maybe a refrigerator over here. The freeze dryer is going to go here, and then we've got a backup freeze dryer. I got a sweet deal on that. I'm not even going to tell you guys. You're going to be mad. But here's what the outside wall looks like. So this outlet right here is also a dedicated outlet. It has its own breaker. That's going to be for the freeze dryer. So anything that we have that has a heavy draw on it is isolated to its own breaker and its individual outlet. So nothing else will interfere with that. You can see all the wires up there. My mess of wires. And then of course I just used some conduit and some extra PVC pieces that I had laying around. Then we got our ground going through the floor over here. I didn't want it outside because we're gonna, in the middle area here, this is gonna be probably 5 to 6 inches of gravel and then concrete on top of that. And this is gonna be the living space. And then we're gonna be doing something really cool on top of it. We'll go over that later in another video. I don't want you guys to get too excited. And then out here you can see where I attached the 2x4s and the oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. This stuff, this fireboard here, it's concrete. We put our electrical on that just in case there's some kind of short and there's a fire. This won't catch on fire. And then I left lots of space for activities down the road. And then we got our 2x4 up here, another one down there, and then we can hang whatever we want to on there. And all those bolts are all flush to the 2x4, so they're not sticking out anywhere. And this is attached to the metal, and it's bolted through to the other side, and then that's sealed with some black silicone. Now this is soldered right now. I couldn't find the clamp that goes on it. I do know where it is. I have it now, so we'll clamp that on there properly because the solder will break after a while. And this is grounded like everywhere, so the container's grounded, the breaker box is grounded to the grounding rod, and then it's also grounded to the other shipping container through the wire going through here. So this has got ground on that. It's grounded to this container, and then each container has an 8-foot grounding rod pounded into the ground too. So shouldn't have any issues with grounding. And then here's the discs that I cut out for the lights. And actually, in fact, we can show you how these lights hang up, because I did a test hole before I cut the holes. And this is the tool I used. This thing's awesome. So it just attaches to your regular drill. Comes with a little bowl to catch all the stuff, all the dust and everything, so you don't get it in your face. And then once you cut the piece out, it just falls right into that cup. Really easy. So this goes in, if I can do it with one hand here. So we get the wires out of the way. Push the wires up. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. So once we can get that in there, something's stuck. There we go. So this is what it looks like on top. See those two spring-loaded clamps to hold it flush. And it just sits flush against the drywall. I mean, fairly flush. I mean, there's some foam in there that's kinked up because I tried to do this with one hand. And it looks like we've got some weird wavelengths of light coming off of these LED lights. I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but I see these black lines on my screen. That's it for now, you guys. It's almost done. I hope we'll have this done by next weekend and start moving things in here. So, yeah, it's dark outside now. We had our heater going, so we can hang out in here now, and it's nice and warm. Right, Holly Bear? Is it warm in here? Yeah? Oh, what? Good girl. Good girl, Holly Bear. Yeah, sweep the whole floor with your tail. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, wiggle butt, wiggle butt, wiggle butt. All right, guys, that's enough of that for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, pop those down below. Give us a thumbs up. And as always, keep building and try to be good to each other. Some of us aren't here for very long, and a little bit of kindness will go a long ways. So God bless you all, and peace.